Okay. Oh,
And can you close that door behind you? We'll wait for the council. I call this meeting to order, and we have the flag. What is it next? And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Madam Clerk, if you can please read the statement of public notice.
this meeting was called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting was sent via email to the Union County Local Source and the Star Ledger on January 20th, 2026. In addition, copies of the notice were posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and on the township's website. A copy of this notice is available to the public and is on file in the office of the clerk. Notices on the bulletin board have remained continuously posted. Proper notice having been given, the township clerk shall include this statement in the minutes of this meeting.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Bonanno? Cook?
Present.
De Silva?
Present.
Joyner?
Present.
Lofton?
Here.
Vice President Fierstein?
Present.
Council President Garrettson?
President.
You have quorum.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna move the ceremonial resolution. We're gonna move to the payment of the bills, and we're gonna go next to the ordinance. Is there a motion for the payment of the bills?
Motion. Second.
Who was the second? Council President, pardon me, who was the second?
Who was the second?
Cook.
So there's been a motion and a second. Please call the motion.
Bonanno is absent. Cook? Oh, she's on her way.
She does, yes.
Cook?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Joyner?
Yes.
Lofton?
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein? Council President Garrettson?
Yes.
Carried.
To the next, the ordinances. Clerk, if you can read the first one.
An ordinance amending Chapter 91, Section 3 to change term and start date of term, Senior Citizens Advisory Council, in order to encourage citizen participation and increase the opportunities for the same.
Motion. Second.
There's been a proper motion and a second. Are there any questions?
Council President, just point of order, that is to open the public hearing.
But are there any questions from the council on that particular item? That was the open, so now we can actually open it for any questions.
Well, all in favor? All in favor?
For all in favor. Aye. And that would be the motion.
No, now we open it to the public. No, that's what you just did.
So are there any questions for the public? If there are any questions on this item, please, for the council discussion.
Seeing as there are no motion for public comment. Second.
Can the mics, the microphones?
Seeing as there are no motion for public comment. Second.
All in favor? Okay, we're gonna go to the next one, please.
No, Council President, now we need a motion to adopt.
Why don't we just go through all of them and then we're gonna go, we can adopt the whole thing. We'll do like a.
No, with ordinances, I need a roll call individually.
But I want to, like, the third one, so then we do the call. Give us 1 moment. We can go back to adopt it a moment, where we do it and then it's what I want to adopt it. Let's go to the number 2.
Ordinance 026-5, an ordinance amending Chapter 188, Section 44, Paragraph C, from 20 days to 10 days.
Motion. Second.
So, in favor?
Aye.
And that was there, another motion for for number 2.
No, now we need to, that was a motion to open it to the public, so we need to offer the public speaking.
Maybe I'm not here, I'm sorry. So there's now, if there's any questions on number 2, the public will come forward. Seeing none?
Council President.
Yeah.
Can they explain what is?
So from the final, if you could. Sorry about that.
We're gonna explain what number 2 is on ordinance.
Basically, number 2 is changing the days which zoning application. We had 20 days. It really should be 10 by state law, so we just be like compliant to the state law.
And that's for the zoning, sir.
That's for the zoning application.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rogers. So we're gonna go to number 3. Is there a motion to open? Motion.
Second.
Oh, no, we needed a motion to close public hearing.
So is there a motion to close public hearing for number 2?
Motion.
Second. All in favor? For now, we're making 3. Is there a motion to open?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Have a question from the public? Is there a motion and a second? All in favor? For now, we're making the next. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to close? Motion.
Second.
And our final on the agenda for ordinances, is there a motion? Motion.
Second.
There's a motion and a proper second. Question from the public. Saying none, is there a motion to close?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, we're now going to go back to number 1 so that we can actually vote on the adopt. May I have a motion for number 1?
Just give me one moment. Okay,
Is there a motion for number 1?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to adopt. Please call the roll.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Fierstein,
Yes.
Garrett, Council President Garrettson,
Yes.
carried.
For the council, is there a motion to adopt number 2?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a proper second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Bonanno, Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson,
Yes.
carried.
And I'll move to the back. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson,
Yes.
carried.
Is there a motion? Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Please call the roll.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson, carried.
Second.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein, Council President Garrettson,
Yes, that concludes the second reading of public hearing. Ordinance section, we're gonna have the first reading of stuff. One ordinance. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
If we have, if there are findings, we discuss that.
Code talking. So, continue. Do the ordinance with change, but
So the ordinance, it's regarding commercial vehicle parking overnight on municipal roadways. One of those significant changes that our current ordinance that define what a commercial vehicle is. New ordinance will define what a commercial vehicle is. The second change, our current ordinance says the fine will be $100 to $250, which requires a court appearance. The revised ordinance sets the fine at $175 and it's payable, does not require a court appearance. Those are the most significant changes of the ordinance from what's old and what's new. Also, paragraph I, that should have been taken out from the committee meeting. So we do the first reading tonight, and for the second reading, we'll make sure paragraph I is not included. I had conveyed to the BA, the Councilman Silva, that we're working on the ordinance that will allow the parking of one commercial vehicle on residential property with certain restrictions. I promise to have that for review to the council committee within 1 month. Without my agreement with the BA, Councilman Silva. So I just strike paragraph I of that word with line.
Thank you. Anything else in the committee?
This quickly for the public, this will prohibit trucks and buses parking on streets overnight.
That's correct. We currently have an ordinance on the books already. This will strengthen it and make it simpler to implement because it doesn't require court appearance to pay the fine. And now commercial vehicle is defined as a vehicle having commercial plates or a vehicle used for commercial purposes. So a box truck with regular plates on it will still get a ticket because that's a commercial vehicle. That wasn't clear before. That's another workaround people have. So that's the goal of the ordinance, make it much more clear, easy to enforce, and make it clear. And also, last part is that the administration is looking to engage part-time parking enforcement officers that work at night, 8 to 1, strictly addressing commercial vehicles. So that's not the burden on sworn police officers with that, whatever it is.
Thank you so much, Mr. Solar. Are there any questions from the public? Please come forward.
This is not public hearing. Okay.
Hello, my name is Paul King, and Boyd University Bill Hire about the act. I'm kind of understanding about the commercial vehicles. I know you have a new board, so when is the people going to find out that have these commercial vehicles? When will they be notified? How would they know to be ticket first, or a neighbor can let them know in advance or anything?
So we're not answering the questions, we're just recording them, and then we're during our second reading, we'll be able to.
Oh,
I just want to make sure that while we have this opportunity, to answer questions.
oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Good evening, council members.
Good evening.
1538 Morris Place, Christian Mayor. Just to add on a question, this is, how is it going to impact the property owners that have a good amount of space? Is this going to limit them as far as what they can do on the property? Because, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, how is it going to affect?
And again, we have a committee that's reviewed this, so we just want to see if there was any other public comments here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll get back when our second read there. So we had a motion to open, and now is there a motion to close?
No, Council President, that was a motion to adopt on first reading introduction,
But I want to make sure because I had to close,
but we didn't open it to a public hearing, Council President.
but I still. So is there a motion? Is there a second?
So,
All in favor? And now the clerk will let us give you a roll call on the first reading to adopt the first reading. So please hold it. We're doing a roll call on the first reading.
Motion was by Cook, second by Joyner. Bonanno?
Yes.
Cook?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Joyner?
yeah.
Lofton?
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein? Council President Garrettson? Carried.
We can do a consent agenda, but we have questions on the items 1 through 6. Is there a motion for consent for item 1 and 6?
Motion.
Are there any questions on any of the items 1 through 6? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson.
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
So we'll have a motion as the clerk, would you like to read it? So now we're going to adopt it. Item 1 through 6.
Resolution R 2682, resolution authorizing the purchase of police body and fleet camera equipment in order to be compliant with New Jersey Attorney General guidelines from Axion Enterprise, Inc. pursuant to New Jersey State Contract L7 Fleet 00738 in the amount not to exceed $535,502.40. Resolution R 2683, resolution authorizing comprehensive technology risk and readiness assessment pursuant to New Jersey State Cooperative Purchasing Alliance Contract CK04 in an amount not to exceed $66,960. Resolution R 2684, authorizing refund of premiums for tax sale certificates as certificates of sale have been fully paid and satisfied. Resolution R 2685, authorizing refund of premiums for tax sale certificates, April 2026, as certificates of sale have been fully paid and satisfied. Resolution R 2686, authorization for refund for exempt property 2025 taxes, Block 919, Lot 88, due to overpayment by taxpayer. Resolution R 2687, resolution approving King Mitch Collins LLP to provide alcoholic beverage control council services for the Township of Hillside.
Again, I have the advantage of public events, and we expanded the definitions to make sure they're clear. So we did do that. Council, Ms. Summer, any questions on any of the items? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Oh, I need a motion in a second.
Motion.
Second.
This is granted. There's been a motion and a proper second. Are there any questions? Please call the roll.
Bonanno,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson.
Yes.
Carried.
So we have the consent agenda, we made the motions, we now adopted items 1 through 6. We will now move back to the ceremonial resolutions. The council, the full council will participate in these readings, and we will start with number 1, which is the resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Hillside celebrating the 113th anniversary of the Township's incorporation. And we'll start with Mr. De Silva. Will be the first two, and then we'll go to Mr. Cook. The next two will go to Mrs. Savannah, next, and so on and so forth. We'll go down the line. You good?
Resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Hillside celebrating 113th anniversary of the Township Incorporated. Whereas the land mass known as Township of Hillside is originally inhabited by the Lenape people and later developed as an agricultural community in Union County. Whereas the Elizabeth land grant of 1564 granted English native Jacob Woodruff over 200 acres of land. Woodruff and his family became Elizabethtown residents and farmed that land together with another historic farm of Conan and Saybrook, eventually became Hillside. And
Whereas the Woodruffs worked the land and built a home in present day, in 11 Conan Street. In 1735, on the old Indian Trail that would later become Salem Avenue, Liberty Avenue, Hillside main thoroughfare. And whereas the home is on the National Register of Historic Places and in the museum for the Hillside Historical Society. In 1900, Mr. Grove was built at the location to sell properties. It became a beehive for arguments and discussions on separating from Union. It was one of several locations where the movement for a separate Hillside gained strength. And
whereas on April 3rd, 1913, the New Jersey Legislature formally established the Township of Hillside, carving it from portions of New York, Elizabeth, and Union Township, and the citizens ratifying its creation on April 29th, 1913. And whereas the Township Corporation coincided with the 19th appearance of Kelly's Comet, inspiring the name of Hillside High School's team, the Comets, whose athletes and alumni have distinguished themselves in athletic, public service, business, and the arts, and
Whereas the Township of Hillside, now the home to more than 23,000 residents, has long been a community of innovation and opportunity, fostering leaders of business, government, education, and civic life, and supporting vital social, cultural, and religious institutions. And whereas Hillside is a desirable tree-lined residential community strategically located at the crossroads of Interstate 78, US Routes 109, US Route 22, and the Garden State Parkway, providing access to major rail, air, and seaport hubs throughout the region. And
Whereas for over a century, the Township of Hillside has demonstrated resilience, cultural richness, and a deep sense of community pride, with generations of residents and businesses contributing to its continued growth and enduring legacy. And whereas the Township recognizes and honors the leadership and service of past, present, elected officials, public servants, educators, first responders, and community organizations whose dedication has shaped Hillside into the municipality it is today. And
Whereas one town, many stories, community collaboration, art projects reflects the shared history, voices, and experiences that define the Township of Hillside and strengthen community unity. And whereas the Township Council find it fitting and proper to commemorate this historic milestone and to encourage more community participation in this anniversary celebration.
Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Hillside, County of Union, State of New Jersey, that number one, the Township Council hereby proudly celebrates, honors, and commemorates the 113th anniversary of the incorporation of the Township of Hillside, recognizing its rich history, enduring legacy, and continued progress. The Township Council commends all residents, families, and organizations who contributed to and participated in the One Town Many Stories Community Collaborative Art Project. Number three, the Township Council encourages all residents to attend the community anniversary event on April 29th, 2026, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Town Hall, or participate in the assembly of the community art canvas to celebrate the township's founding. Number four, the Township Council reaffirms its commitment to preserving Hillside's history while fostering continued growth, unity, and an opportunity for future generations. Is there a motion?
Motion.
second,
Please call the roll.
Banano,
yes,
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva, Joyner,
yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson.
Yes. Let's give that township a round of applause. Now, in the same custom of the last resolution, we will start again, we'll start with, to my right, Councilman Calvin Lofton. So for the resolution for autism awareness month.
Resolution. Recognize the Autism Awareness Month, 2026. Whereas autism disorder is a complex neurological development condition that, according to the Center of Disease and Control Prevention, represents one of the most prevalent development conditions in our nation. Scientists believe there are multiple causes of ASD. They are determined that early intervention services, resources, and key as researchers have concluded that we have a lot more to learn about causes and effects of ASD and what.
So that's what I'm sorry, Councilman Joyner. Thank you, Councilman.
Whereas the autism community, the Township of Hillside, Union County, and of course the state of New Jersey includes individuals of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities who deserve full inclusion, dignity, and access to the resources and support necessary to lead fulfilling lives. And
Whereas the Township of Hillside has consistently recognized the month of April as Autism Acceptance Month under the 2026 theme #Celebrate Differences as designated by the Autism Society of America. And the Township encourages communities to move beyond awareness towards genuine inclusion and celebration of neurodiversity. And
Whereas the elected and appointed officials of the township work with organizations, individuals, and families in Hillside to advocate tirelessly year-round to advance autism acceptance, increase support services, lobby for the workforce inclusion, and adopt public policy that improves quality of life for individuals on the autism spectrum and their families. And
Whereas the mayor and the township council are committed to identifying autism resource information and specialized autism support services by leveraging its communication platforms. And
Whereas Township of Hillside believes it is fitting and proper to recognize achievements of autistic individuals, honor their families and caregivers, and affirm the township's collective commitment to building an inclusive, supportive, and welcoming community with all residents.
Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Hillside, Union County, New Jersey, as follows. Section 1, the Municipal Council of the Township of Hillside hereby recognizes Autism Awareness Month 2026 in the Township of Hillside, New Jersey. Section 2, the Township of Hillside shall use its website in its meeting notes spaces to post the following state and county autism resource websites and page links for the remainder of 2026 in every subsequent Autism Awareness Month as approved by the Township Council. The New Jersey Department of Health, the Office of Autism, a division of the New Jersey Department of Human Services, the Autism Family Guide, as well as the County of Union Office for Persons with Disabilities and Special Needs. Section 3, the Township of Hillside calls upon all residents, schools, businesses, houses of worship, and civic organizations to observe Autism Awareness Month, with appropriate activities, programs, and ceremonies that foster understanding, acceptance, and inclusion of individuals on the autism spectrum. Section 4, the Township of Hillside reaffirms the commitment to creating an inclusive and supportive community where all individuals, including those on the autism spectrum, are valued and respected and empowered to reach their full potential. At this time, I believe there are 2 families that have autism children, and if there's any other families that are present, you can come forward. And the council, we're going to stand and ask the mayor to stand up so we can acknowledge them. So any families that are present that have autistic children.
She said she wanted you to stand up. Yes, please.
Proclamation recognizing National Autism Acceptance 2026. Whereas autism is a difference in brain development that impacts how people learn, communicate, and interact, and behave, and it results in a spectrum of abilities and challenges. And whereas children and adults continue to be diagnosed on the autism spectrum at high rates, resulting in prevalences in 1 in 31 children nationally and 1 in 29 in New Jersey. And whereas while there is no cure for autism, it is well documented that if individuals with autism participate in intensive treatment early and as needed, they lead significantly improved lives. And whereas all individuals with autism deserve respect and the support they need to live safe and fulfilling lives. And whereas individuals with profound autism require a lifetime of specialized treatment and services to ensure their health and safety. And whereas the disabling effects of autism can create psychological and financial burdens for families, efforts should be made to support their resilience. And whereas municipal governments each have a role to play in ensuring autism-friendly law enforcement agencies, sports and recreation opportunities, and housing to promote safety, inclusion, and meaningful community participation in individuals with autism. And whereas Autism New Jersey is in its 27th year of spearheading awareness efforts in order to educate parents, professionals, and general public about autism and its effects. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Mayor Andrea Hyatt, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as National Autism Acceptance Month in the Township of Hillside. Right. So that both of the recipients can actually say who works. Council, the words that we read.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Walker. Living in Hillside for the majority of my life. I have a child, or should I say young adult, I'm 19 years old with autism. And one thing I can honestly say for anyone that has experienced this, autism will humble you as an adult. So, okay. So, one thing I want to say is that anyone that follows me, I try to stay transparent and my son's journey. I expose all the good part of the journey and I expose the challenges. And I think I do it, but I need you to know that, it's a different lifestyle, but I need you to know that, who he is as a person, right? He's not just, acting out, just to act out in this world. He's in a world that he really doesn't understand, so it's better that we adapt to him than him adapting to us. Right? That's all I gotta say. Thank you. Evening. My name is Makenia Noel. I greet you in the name of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to thank Mayor Andrea Hyatt and the Council of Hillside. I'm truly grateful to receive this autism awareness proclamation. This is more than a moment. It's a reminder that every individual is uniquely and wonderfully made. I thank the township for recognizing the importance of awareness, compassion, and inclusion as we continue to serve and support all members of our community. Having a child or family member with special abilities is both challenging and rewarding. I adopted 2 scriptures that reminds me that I was chosen for the challenge. Psalms 139, 13, and 14. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. This reminds me that every one of us are uniquely made. Autism, Down syndrome, special abilities, wherever the handicap is. We're handicapped, just not visually. So use this month and moving forward to be more compassionate, to see them as you see yourself. Thank you.
Let's give them a round of applause for their work. So we have one additional resolution. Have everything you need right here? The last.
For the last 2? Oh, we didn't vote on
So we
autism.
wanna do, I didn't think so, that's why I was asking, so we would like to do a resolution, for item 2. Is there a motion?
Motion. Second.
So please call the roll.
Banano,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
De Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein.
Yes.
Council President Garrettson.
Yes.
Carried.
Final resolution for the evening will be a retention of a wonderful student. Will come, if you can come on up. Please come to the front. So we have our students, our eighth grade students from Innovation Academy. Please come up. And council after we read this to her, we will then do another.
You can sit.
Everyone sees. All right, does everyone have their own place? We'll start this thing with our council vice president, and then I'll go to the right. Okay?
A resolution recognizing extracurricular achievement of Hillside Innovation Academy eighth grade student Luwala Agasi. Where the Township Council of the Township of Hillside takes immense pride in recognition in the outstanding achievements of Hillside's young resident, and whereas Luwala Agasi is an eighth grade student at WOK Middle School within the Hillside Public School District, and
Whereas Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Nu Lambda chapter hosted the 2026 Stock Market Challenge, a premier financial literacy initiative designed to equip middle and high school students with real-world investing knowledge and skills. And whereas the 2026 Stock Market Challenge was held throughout the month of March, engaging 96 registered students from across New Jersey and beyond a 4-week virtual program combining expert-led instructions with hands-on stock market simulation. And
Whereas participants in the challenge manage a virtual portfolio of 100,000, gain exposure in investments, strategies, market trends, and financial decision making. And whereas
Luwala Agasi,
thank you. Distinguished herself among her peers, earning recognition as one of the 7 winners selected from various New Jersey schools, districts to participate in the competition and educational programs. And
Whereas Walla is distinguished himself among the peers earning recognition as one of 7 winners selected from various New Jersey school districts participating in competitive educational programs. And whereas as a result of Walla's exceptional performance, she will receive $100 invested into a custodial brokerage account in her name, providing an early foundation for long-term investing and financial independence. And
Whereas the following achievement exemplified with excellent determination and intellectual curiosity, the Township of Hillside strives to cultivate in all of its young people. And whereas the Township Council wishes to honor and commend Roland Gates for bringing the state to herself, her family, WK Middle School, the Hillside Public Schools, and the Township of Hillside.
Now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Hillside, County of Union, State of New Jersey, that the county does hereby formally commend and recognize Luwala Agasi for her outstanding achievement as a winner of the 2026 Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zeta Nu Lambda Chapter Stock Market Challenge, and be it further resolved that the Township Council extends its warmest congratulations to Luwala and family, the faculty and staff of WOK Middle School, Hillside Public School, for their continued commitment to student excellence. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to Luwala Agasi as a lasting, uh, as a lasting memory of this occasion and as a testament to the pride the Township of Hillside has in her achievement adopted by the Township of Hillside on the Township, by the Township of the Township of Hillside, by the Council of the Township of Hillside, at a duly noted public meeting held on the 28th day of April 2026. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second. Please call the roll, and we'll then join Ogasi with her family, and if we have Mr. Dow here, he can also join us up front. Please call the roll.
Banano,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Da Silva,
Yes.
Joyner,
Yes.
Lofton,
Yes.
Vice President Fierstein,
Yes.
Council President Garrettson.
Yes.
Carried.
So we're gonna see. Down so that your time will be on the pitch. How long the lady is ready to become this weather, so maybe they wanna bring her back. So thank you so much for being here, thanks to your parents, and again to the organization, and to your picture, thank you. What time are you gonna throw on? Right, so should this chair like down, member of Novel Files Incorporated, representative. You want to say a little bit more about the.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. My name is Charles Dow. I'm here in the capacity of Area 1 Coordinator for NWC. That's, I oversee all of its councils, for the Bond 9. And recently we had a winner. We had a contest for the stock market challenge, which was a 4-week contest where kids learned about stocks, how to buy, sell, trade, the value of stocks and how you can grow wealth. And we had the honor of one of Hillside's own winning the competition. So something that we want to do. Knowing how to not only manage money, but invest. And we had them open up their own custodial account, and we gave them $100 real cash, so that way they can continue to invest and get a head start. Prior to what we had, because I learned about it when I was 30 years old. So, hopefully they'll continue. So I just want to say congratulations, work very hard all the time. Thank you.
Council and now we're in as well, we present this. On behalf of all the council members, we were able to sign it, and we'll also have our folks for you, okay? So we just have a forward that little bit. We thank you so much for being here. That's a doubt you know right now. So stand with your, on the side, so that.
Financial advice.
attendees who were able to be recipients of copies of these resolutions, and also a proclamation this evening, because again, the work that they do, the work that just makes Hillside so proud, just getting around the phone. We have concluded the agenda. Madam Clerk, is there anything else that we do this evening? Public comment. Going to public comments. And so with this, we invite the public. Is there a motion for going to public comments? All in favor? You're open to public, is there any public?
Article is 327, Trinity Place. I'm only here delivering a message, and unfortunately, it's not this administration's problem. It is their problem because I believe, from what I understand, the last CFO screwed up. That's a possibility, maybe not. But now, once I promised that we're delivering the message, the new CFO will look into. So I went to a trade show last week, walking around, dealing with different vendors, looking for equipment to buy, in different things. I ran into, I'll bring the name up after, one of the biggest companies around. And they asked me if I was still with Hillside. I said, I only live there. I said, why? Aren't you doing work there? He said, we will not do any more work at Hillside. Why? They owe us a lot of money for a couple of years now. Again, I don't know if it's true. I told them there was a council meeting this week, but I said, I'll tell you what, I'll deliver the message to the CFO. They said, thank you. Now, if you guys remember a couple of years ago, we never paid the last administration never paid the people that work on the lights. They refused to work until they got paid, and they're the only one. The company is Montana. They're one of the biggest companies around. When you need them, they're there. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this bill or not, because if it's for a couple of years old, now we're going to have to do it as an emergency, and the taxpayers are going to have to eat it next year into their budget.
Yeah, I did get a copy of the bill from DPW. It was an emergency. They came out on emergency sewer collapse. It's for Joe Weeks. So I'm in the process of, but what happened in the previous administration wasn't appropriated for. So I have to just appropriate some money and we will pay.
Is it a big bill? I mean,
It's not that good.
okay.
It's about 30,000.
It's not chicken feed. And the only reason I'm more concerned about is if we have another one, and again, I don't know who's calling in on an emergency. They're a company you want to stay in good graces with because they're local. They're right here.
But we
And
do
Mayor,
have,
this had nothing to do with the administration. This is the screw up from the last.
yeah, it was from prior administration.
Okay. Thank you very much. You are. I delivered the message. That's all.
We welcome any
Thank
additional
you.
comment. Anybody? That's personal.
Good evening, Betty Holloway, 141 Bailey Avenue. This is taking a look at an old book, quite an old book. This is dealing with Maple Avenue, and we're talking about the repair shop there. I don't know how many pass that area on a daily basis. If you do, you know it's horrendous. It's not something that should be in Hillside, that we in that area should have to face day to day. There are usually 30 cars parked in one area, about 6 or 7 on the other side, cars working outside, oil, debris and everything. And I believe we had someone from code enforcement here earlier. I've been trying to contact them. Unfortunately, I have not been able to contact anyone at this point. Neighbors from Concerned Citizens have called a number of times, trying to find out if anything going to be done about that area, and if so, how soon. It can't be soon enough. And I'm just wondering that someone from code. Sir, I don't know if
Well, you
you're,
got it directly.
if you can-
Someone will make sure that we connect you out.
excuse me, I don't want to be connected after. I want you to explain it. There's some people sitting in the audience
We have
from
the-
that area
So we have
as
the
well.
administrator,
So
so
I would like to hear about the Maple Avenue. We're talking about, I took pictures. I presented it to about two other administration or council members. And we're talking about 7 years maybe, and nothing really has changed. And it's just blighted. The area is blighted. It is filthy. And we need something done now, not later, but now. And if someone could address it, I would like to hear as well as people in the audience tonight. Thank you.
So, Mr. Business Administrator, again, the item, this is just something that, again, she's trying to contact, who to be in contact with, so you can just provide that information after the meeting, but if you can speak to it, and then we can always have the appropriate officials look into the item, and then at our next meeting, give us an update as a council, so that it's not just this moment, but could you please respond to this following?
I'm sorry. I thought the reason for the,
Give them a chance, give them a chance. Just let them be a speak.
oh, oh, that's so.
You're interrupting.
Yeah, your concern is duly recorded. I will make sure someone get out there tomorrow. And then it will give you a rapid response on what they see, what will be happening from that standpoint. I'm a little disappointed in reference to, you said you made some calls, but you dropped off the pictures. None of it. Oh, okay, okay. 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 I'm just trying to make sure, so if you have those pictures and you have the exact address, then you can call my office and I'll make sure somebody into the process and take a look at whatever the concerns are, and we'll respond back to you as well as the council. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well-
Are there any other public comments? I would say also, Mr. BA, if you think about Maple Avenue, there are a number of new stores, restaurants, so just, and also the other piece that would be helpful to get back to us at the next council meeting would be the building that burned down. I did see that there's been a lot of, the whole building has now been cleared, so residents have been in touch asking what's next, what's the progress, and what's gonna happen next. So if you can have an update for us, in addition to the location that Ms. Holloway spoke of, we also would love to hear an update on the building that had, I would believe it was a 6th alarm fire. 6th alarm fire. Can you-
Hello, how you doing? My name is Shiny Franklin, 126 William Avenue. My question is, what specific steps is the town taking to improve the communication, accountability of communication? Because I will receive bills on little cards that look like they belong in the middle of a magazine, and sometimes don't receive them, and then get hit with bills. And then when I come to address the bills, they say it's my fault, and it doesn't come as a natural bill. And then it piled up, and then I'm getting a lien put on my property that I have to come down here and pay extra money on lawyer fees and things that's more than the actual bill. So I just wonder if and then I was told that this is how they do it in Hillside. Oh, well. And I'm like, what steps do I need to take, whether, or that we can change something like that, so it can be certified to say that it was proven that we actually received it, or that it's actually shipped.
So when you say someone said this is how we do it, what do you reference?
Well, when I came down to the township to address the issue of, I never received it. This is the first time I'm receiving this bill. And it's like, this is how it's done in Hillside, and we don't have to prove that we even sent it, because I'm like, what proof is it that I got this?
Thank you, Mr. Fahim, who is our business administrator for the Township of Hillside. Thank you for presenting in front of the council. We'll have our BA respond and see how we can address your concern.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there are two different types of bills that pretty much come out on property tax. The property tax bill, and then there's what we call the sewer bill. Sewer bills are printed on a little postcard. That's done pretty much throughout the state of New Jersey. We send it out once a year. So this year, it was a little late because of some problems with the postage, but we extended the due date.
No, I understand that, right? But in the delivery side, it's like when I get a bill, I usually get a bill in an envelope. It doesn't come in like a little card that can be mistaken and lost, or sometimes not even appear in my mailbox, depending on the mailman. If the mailman doesn't, or if it gets caught in another piece of mail and in someone else's house, and we're kind of aware of it, it's kind of like, you know, I'm a business person. I travel a lot. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I usually get stuff emailed and direct deposit. I don't even really get bills in the mail. So I wasn't even aware that it was sent like that. I'm just asking that just for me, it's like, not to say certified, because I know that course, but the proof that it was even sent.
Yeah, so typically what happens is you send them out, they are on cards, they don't come in an envelope. That's pretty much standard, that's the state spec, we're in process that, you send them out. There's no,
So the best thing.
So it's not a back and forth with the business administrator. What you can do is follow up. You now see who the point of contact should be. So I would recommend after the meeting, we do have your information, but the business administrator also, you can leave your information, then you can follow up. And at our next council meeting, if there's additional feedback we need to have about what you presented today, then we'll hear that at this time. But this is not a back and forth. This will be you present your issue, the business administrator responds, and then we'll follow up.
Okay.
But we appreciate you coming this evening and your time. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your time is up for this evening, but you can come in.
No problem. We'll be back for sure.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Count.
All right. Thank you for coming. Is there any other public comments?
My name is Arthur Garrett, I live at 1585 Clinton Avenue. And I grew up at the government, I'm very typical job.
Can you try to speak into the little bit?
Excuse me, can you hear me? Okay, I realize y'all got a different job, but I want to mention something about something that happened. It's continuation of Liberty Avenue. It's a small street. Last time something done on Summer Avenue when you was on the count, you know how long ago that was. And it's funny, I ride through the Westminster section. I see trucks, Haven, and I'm glad that you're doing something with Westminster section. But on Summit Avenue, small little street, you put some brown stuff down. I don't know what it was. It came up right away. What I'm asking you is, I appreciate you taking care of Westminster section, but Summit Avenue, we pay taxes. Please do Summit Avenue. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. We actually had a meeting. I don't know if the police are, he was not in our meeting. Who's representing the police today?
yes.
The business administrator, we actually had a conversation about Summit Avenue, and there's a number of new businesses, some that have gone, some that have actually established their businesses there. So I know that there's been increased just awareness of some of what's happening at Summit Avenue. I'm not sure if you're able to speak on that tonight. But if not tonight, we can actually bring it back to the next council meeting. But I know we did have a recent meeting with police talking about Summit Street. So I know it's been a little turnover on some of the businesses. Do you have any updates you can share?
Not right now, Council President, as far as any updates on Summit Avenue. I know that we could get dispatched to some calls there sometimes. As far as the extent of the calls and the nature of the calls, I'm not exactly sure as far as the specific things like that.
So at our next council meeting, we would like to address what we heard from Mr. Garrett, but I know I did inquire about just some of the transition and turnover of businesses. So we can have that, Mr. Business Administrator, at our next council meeting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments? Well, first, ladies first, Get you gone before. Page 4 of you, you're at. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. Dave Price at 72 Hillside Avenue. And it's just really an update and to put it again on the record. 69 Hillside Avenue. Someone could please review what's going on there. Plenty of activity, boarding house, rooming house, Airbnb. not mowing the lawn. It's just, a concern, a concern. I live right across the street, so that's it. Wanted to put it on the record.
Thank you much. Do we have an update from the last council meeting, Mr. Administrator? You did talk about that. There were a couple of additional streets that I mentioned, I sent you as well. We did have other residents who are here with the same matter. Is that something we're ready to discuss today, or do you need a little bit more time to do the investigation?
No, we're not prepared to address it, particular address. We did address some of the stuff in this place last time. And we are looking at different streets throughout. So, next meeting, we'll have a written report.
And if there are other residents who are present or are listening to this meeting tonight, and some of these same issues are happening, please do reach out to the business administrator so we can look at this holistically. Again, I appreciate you putting it on the record again this evening, because again, we want to make sure that this is a consistent issue that we're prioritizing. It is a concern. So we thank you. So we'll look forward to that report and do give you the time, because we know it doesn't happen overnight, but we do appreciate you, being attentive to the matters that are being raised, not only here at the council meeting, but also by council members on similar matters. Thank you. Any other comments? Any other public comments? Good evening.
Good evening, council. Valerie, what you want to with the I'm following up on my concerns about the former Bristol Myers building. I had mentioned it last time that when the owners came in to present their presentation to the public, we asked questions, and they did say that they were gonna have senior discount housing. I heard later on, everything is, market value. And I thought somebody was gonna bring them back, but several residents that they heard them say there was gonna be senior discount housing. And then now I heard they're saying, so could you clarify or bring them back in?
Mr.
Yes, we had reached out to the developer owners. We did discuss them. We requested some information. And I just got the packet this week. We will schedule them to come in to present to council. In my review, preliminary cursory review, the plan, it does have about 40 units for senior housing. It's part of the development process. It's in the agreement. So, but we need more time to go through it, and then we'll bring them in as well, present overall the project. They are pretty much beginning demolition, so they are beginning to look to move forward.
So, and also, unless you have
Yes, you didn't mention about the subsidized housing for seniors. They had said market value. That was what I wanted to clarify. Was the senior housing going to be discounted or market?
So I have to, like I said, I just got the package.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying, please check, because he came in and told the public that they were going to discount senior housing.
Sure.
The township is looking forward to that.
Thank you, Ms. Mel. And from the last council meeting, I want to thank the council. We actually had 2 ad hoc committees based on issues that were raised at this council meeting. They were very effective. One was an ad hoc for our ABC. Another ad hoc was regarding one of the ordinances. So in the spirit of this particular topic, we talked about development, not just the library, but also, which was not raised just now, but so because we do see the development that's happening right there. Package, so we may look to do an ad hoc committee before council for the full council. So I'll be looking to appoint a few council people, and we may also do maybe a second so we can have 2 conversations on the issues of the Morris place and some of the Hillside and some of the others, because I think to be very effective. So I think my council colleagues did pretty well in doing that. So we'll look to do that with Robert and the administration, because that was pretty effective, and we can then move some items forward. Right, thank you. Any other public comments? Come on, run it. Run it. Good evening. Good evening.
Council members, Christian Escamero, 1538 Morris Place. This is actually just to put on record, we're collectively, we're always building each other as a community. It's really important to understand any comments made from public figures has a huge influence on the masses. All right, so not sure what the practice is, what the ordinance is for have people post. But I just very much would like to say, any disparaging remarks, making about board spending, school board spending, when, uh, when there aren't children of, that are participating in the school district, I just feel like that should be, kept to yourself, especially if you're not, if there's no contribution, I'm sorry. There's no contribution, to the district from that individual. I just feel like, we should just say nice things in public because it's going to give the misperception, like as if we're separated and we are very much unified. We're definitely trying to build a bridge, as I'm seeing, right? So just want to just share that with you guys, please. Whatever you're posting online, it's very much for everybody to see. So let's just show support for one another. So, and thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Are there any additional public comments this evening? Seeing none, I'm seeing one. Oh, yes. Oh, be careful. Yes.
Good evening. Diane Marshburn, 1458 Maple Avenue. Just a question. I missed the last meeting. Are they still accepting applications for people that want to join the different committees?
So it's rolling. We are in the process. Thank you for asking the question. Was that your full question? Yes. So we are in the process of changing some of our ordinances, some of the terms. They used to be 4 years. We turned them to 2 years. As you heard the process tonight with some of the ordinances, second reading or first reading. But it is rolling. So we have a lot of different opportunities. So you can submit an application with the clerk, and we also have it online. So we can provide it to you. We can text it to you. You can get it from the clerk, or we can provide you a link. Okay, but we look forward to it. Is there a topic that you're interested in?
Well, the area of recreation, and I'm a health educator regarding health education.
Thank you. We had about 80 plus individuals this year stand up. So we are excited and continue to be excited with the community engagement this year. And we look forward to it and continuing to improve. Okay. Any other public comments? Seeing none. Is there a motion to close the public comment?
Public comments.
And now we'll turn. Second, all in favor? And I'm speaking as Alice tonight. Thank you guys for keeping focused. So we'll move now to a public, council comment. We'll start with Councilman De Silva.
Good evening, everyone. I don't have much, just that we are working on overnight parking. And I believe that when we're done, it'll be something everybody will be happy with. It will address a lot of the need for parking on the streets because commercial vehicles take up space. And it's also going to take a lot of the eyesore things down some of the homes. So with that being said, that's one of our main objectives is to make Hillside better looking, more appealing to families, make our neighborhoods look better than what they did before. Not that there's any that bad they looked before, but eyesore is definitely not a topic that we like to talk about. Happy 113th anniversary for Hillside. Tomorrow, I believe we have an event, right? 6 to 8. Those of you who want to participate, we'll be here in the lobby. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Councilman. So we'll move the Councilman to my right. We'll do Councilman Lawton.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you smiling faces once again. I'm glad that, you guys come out. Let us know what's going on in the town. That's the only way we're gonna get stuff done. A lot of stuff has been hidden and I ain't gonna blame nothing on the prior, administration, but, things happen. But we're here. I believe that we're gonna get some things done. And once again, thank you guys coming out. God bless and go home safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilman. And now we're going to go back. On this side, Councilman Cook.
Thank you, Council President. Just want to thank everyone for coming on. Got a few phone calls about e-bike. I want to let you all know, I believe starting in July, that will take effect, that you cut down, slow down. Something laws taking effect that should have an impact on e-bikes and not e-bikes on the sidewalk. You guys ready for that? There'll be some changes that should lower the amount of e-bikes. Also, if you have issues, I'm happy you all come out with your issues to the council. If you have issues with the township, you have a responsive administration now. Tell them before the council meeting, you can take care of before you get to the council meeting. Your contact information is on the website. Let them know what's going on. They can address it before a council meeting. Sometimes it could be too late to wait for a council meeting to happen. Also, I want to thank the administration. As we mentioned earlier, we had ad hoc meetings. We were able to discuss issues for the council meeting. So if you know, there wasn't a lot of discussion amongst the council before we voted. We had an administration that explained things to us, just didn't tell us this is how it's going to be, what you're going to do. That makes a huge difference. And I want to thank them, and again, thank you all.
Thanks so much, Councilman Cook. We'll go to Councilman Joyner.
I just want to say thank you all for coming out, and I look forward to celebrating with y'all tomorrow, and have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Councilman, and we'll go to Councilwoman Bonanno.
Good evening and happy birthday, Hillside. I look forward to attending tomorrow's event. I hope I will see a lot of your faces. I'm thrilled that you're all here tonight. This is a great crowd for our council meeting. I want to remind you that Hillside Lions Club is having a pancake breakfast. That's coming up on May 3rd. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going away, so I may not see you. Woo-hoo. Going on a little vacation. And thank you to many friends that I've made asking how my mother is. That meant a lot. And she's out of the hospital. So thank you very much. Thank you for the prayer.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman, and we'll go to Council VT.
Just to echo the sentiment a little bit, I want to give as much credit as credit is due. There's a tremendous amount of work that goes on between these council meetings. There's hours and hours of discussions, ad hoc committees. We've bombarded the clerk's office with information we're looking for to make sure that we do everything properly. And I just wanted to say thank you to a few of the, not only the council colleagues who've been putting in a tremendous amount of time, but also the department heads who are here. And I know that we've been badgering as much as possible through the BA, different issues, and that they do all get addressed. And this is something that we need to take note of, because it wasn't this way for as long as I can remember. So this is something different. I do want to say thank you to that. I do want to acknowledge one important thing that kind of went quickly and efficiently, and that's to recognize Mr. Sowell over here, who's the code enforcement UEC. I don't know. I think we need to give him as many titles as possible because he's doing tremendous work. But I want to say this ordinance that we passed that takes the zoning from 20 days down to 10. I can't tell you how impactful that is. The people that are trying to get things done, and historically they were told, we'll come back in 19 days, come back in 19 days. Months go by, people are paying contractors. And by having someone look at this and with the guidance of the administration, revisit this, you are changing the way people can appreciate the work that's done here, the administration's work, the council's work. And without further ado, I think it's very important to highlight that in addition to the police department, we've taken hours of time to make sure that the things that the legislation that we're hoping to pass will be done properly, as efficiently as possible, but it takes a lot of time. And the police have been instrumental on making sure we get the proper reports, the proper information. These are all things that happen between the council meetings. And we couldn't do it without the partnership that goes on, and this all gets filtered through our clerk. And I do want to say a special thank you to Raina, because it's a lot. It's a lot that's happening, and it's really good. And just to close on that note, I think you're seeing that things are happening now, and it's really a unified image of what this town is starting to become, and hopefully will become over the next bunch of years, a cohesive group between the council and the administration. And I look to the leadership of both the mayor and our council president, who have really fostered that and made sure that not only in the pictures, not only on our letterhead, that these things are noted. These are small things that go a long way, and it's noted. And thank you so much.
Actually, before I do my comments, I'm gonna just, we did have a number of correspondence. Our clerk does have a folder now at the clerk's office with all the hard copies of all of the items that we're receiving. So if you want to see anything that came in, you can now see it there. We also have instituted a calendar that we're working on with the business administrator, so that we can actually have the council will have access, and we can share those calendar items. Will be added to that. I believe the main communication that came in, when everyone has finished their ethics, that the deadline, Madam Clerk, is what date?
30th.
The 30th. So hopefully everyone has completed it. If you have not, that is a communication that did come from the clerk's office, so please make sure that you get that done. So I do want to again acknowledge that we did have a number of items that came in, the same emails, but we're trying to have more than one form of communication, so that we very, so that we can all properly then communicate to the public. So I just wanted to note that my comments this evening. I also just am very excited to again be able to be responsive to the public. We look at this agenda now, it is more descriptive because again, that's what the public has asked for. We've been working with the clerk, working with the business administrator and Madam Mayor. I'm just excited that we're able to really be able to hear what the public is asking and being able to be able to respond. I am very excited to say, in the note of the school board member present this evening, that the event tomorrow is a collaboration between the mayor and the administration. There's a number of wonderful canvases that have already been presented, as well as myself and all the council colleagues, as well as the Board of Education president, who you might have seen Dr. Donald Howard and the board members. We are all working collaboratively to create the One Town Many Stories. So if you have not seen the flyer, we have it online. We've also sent out an article about it. But we had a goal of 113. We are already at 96. So we are very excited. We're waiting for Madam Mayor. I think she wants to, show us what she got. So we're excited to come together tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here. This is again in celebration of the 113th birthday, leading towards the 250. So we are excited to be able to collaborate what our different stories are. If you have not brought in your canvas, please make sure you get it in. But we will be gathering to assemble them at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So again, if you don't have this flyer, you need information, it is in the front. I am very excited about it. Next, I just want to also highlight that when we look at a lot of the community engagement that's happening at the township on both levels, we're really excited that the community is really showing up. So we just want to thank the community. We would like to thank everyone we were able to acknowledge today. I think the young lady is the spirit of what this township and our birthday. It's really innovation. It's really looking at, something that you think you can't do and then being able to celebrate that. So with that, if there are no other questions or comments, I'm done with my comments for the evening. Is there a motion to close?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Then a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for having a blessing. Yeah, I'm just sure it's-